Hello and welcome to a Warframe video. In this video I want to talk about my newest favorite build for Valkyr, which I found was actually very effective at, well, being a tank. Now the most common build for Valkyr is obviously using her Hysteria to make it her fourth power, make it last as long as excuse me, to make it last as long as possible and just go around wrecking ass with her claws while being invulnerable. And I guess that's pretty much, it makes sense. It's actually, her fourth is actually really powerful, very useful, even though it was nerfed, and that was devastating. If you actually had played with Valkyr before the nerf for her fourth, you would know that she was just absolutely unbelievable with that fourth power, able to last for a very long time, literally wrecking everything while being invulnerable. But ever since it was nerfed, staying in her fourth power is a bit of a challenge, but I guess there are ways around that. But for the first time ever, I decided that I wanted my Valkyr to be something a little bit more than just a crazy cat lady running around with claws and swiping at enemies. I wanted to actually make a Valkyr that really doesn't give a shit when she's being shot. And thanks to some of the new mods that we have, that's actually now possible. In most cases, Valkyr, even with using a maxed out Vitality and a Steel Fiber, I think, for armor is still like you get over 1,000 armor, and at the maximum you get 740 or 50 health, which isn't really a great amount for her armor. The thing about Valkyr is that really she has an enormous amount of armor, but her health is so little, it doesn't complement having that much armor. I guess you could use that's where her Hysteria would come in handy. You would use your Hysteria, become invulnerable, kill enemies using a melee, and then gain health in order to max out before, going back to killing normally. But the thing is, enemies at higher levels are so powerful that they can kill you within seconds. And by the time, and since Hysteria has an activation animation, by the time you do it, you're pretty much dead. So, and I didn't want that. I wanted for Cetus to not be just a Hysteria build. I didn't want to just go around clawing everything. I wanted a good build where I can balance both melee as well as long-range firefighting. So I decided to use some of the mods that were given to us with the Cetus, and well, to my surprise, it actually worked out. I acquired a lot of the mods, I acquired the Gladiator mod set, and the mods for the Warframe itself are actually very useful because they extend health and armor even further. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a build, just experimental build, just for Cetus, where I'm going to be using just only max as much health as I can get my hands on, every mod that gives me health, and every mod that gives me armor, and see what I can do. And to my surprise, it made Valkyr so damn powerful, I guess, like individually, that I don't really ever use, whenever her health drops at like 10%, all I have to do is pump that Hysteria, max out, just kill things, max out at my health, and that's it. I go back to normal. And I have spent more time being normal than I have being in Hysteria form, which is a really good improvement if you're playing Valkyr. Now, in this video that I'm actually showing, you will actually see me do a bounty. The bounty is a level 40 to level 60 bounty. It's the highest difficulty bounty in Cetus, and I'm doing it with a group of random people. And this was my first time trying out this new build. I wanted a build where I can use Valkyr, tank, like a proper tank, and be able to use my sniper, which is my Snipertron Vandal, and just shoot things at a distance. Every time I needed something, some healing or something was too close for comfort, I just go into Hysteria and just destroy it, rip it to shreds. And this surprisingly worked very well. Now obviously I chose something that I have to point out though that I learned is that when you're using a tank build, using a Sentinel is probably not a very good idea. Snipertron, basically any sniper doesn't really consume that much ammunition, so you don't really have to worry about that much about ammunition using, say, vacuum or using ammo drum, that ammo what is it called? Carriers mod, ammo or something, that basically converts ammunition into whatever weapon you're holding. Yeah, that pretty much, you don't really need those with a sniper, so it kind of works well. Using a sniper in Cetus is by default a very useful thing, and having a tank with a sniper is also very useful. So I decided, you know, I might as well combine those two together, and it kind of works out very nicely. But yeah, the Sentinels don't really last that long, and even though they can resurrect themselves with regen, eventually they'll run out and they will die. And then that's it. You're basically out of Sentinels. For you have no companion for however duration you were basically going to stay. However, if you have a companion such as a pet, such as a Kubro or a Kavat, I would choose a Kavat for Valkyr. You know, cat with cat, makes sense. Yeah, a pet, a Kubro or a Kavat, can be resurrected. And with Valkyr, when your pet is, for whatever reason, if your pet is down, if it goes down, you can just use Hysteria and revive it while being invulnerable. That said, like I said, however, if it goes down, if you have Pack Leader on your Kubro or Kavat, basically it'll restore its health every time you deal melee damage. So if you or your Kavat need health as Valkyr, all you gotta do is activate Hysteria when you need it and just go wrecking ass. You basically heal yourself, you gain health for your Kavat or your Kubro, and presto, you're always at full health. So yeah, and thanks to all the increased armor and health, plus all the you know, convert all the mods that you can basically gift to your Kavats or your Kubros to, like, you know, to share their your armor and health with them, they'll have a decent amount of armor. So yeah, this was just a test run for me. This bounty that I'm doing is just a test run, using her for the first time. And yeah, I've come to realize that I would have been way better off with a pet as a companion than a sentinel, because sentinels do die. Let's be honest, and they don't come back either. So they may be useful. They have some very good utilities, but when it comes to the long run, they die and they don't come back. That's it. Back to the build. Now this is a bounty, like I said. It's the highest level bounty, and I'm not really that struggling that much. I'm just really having the time of my life. The only thing that I was worried about is, well, the objective. Because Valkyr is just a tank, and while she's very good at protecting herself and defending herself, yeah, she's not very good for crowd controlling or protecting, you know, other things or objectives or people. And since I'm using a sniper, that means I can only kill, like, what, one person every shot. So I lose that bit of crowd control. I lose that little bit of damage because only killing one person every, I don't know, I guess one per second, maybe, give or take. I guess so. Definitely not as much kills as an Ember would do within a second. But still, it actually still worked out very nicely. The bounty was done with practical ease. And yeah, I do have a build up, a loadout, a set for her as well, which I'll be showing after the end of the whole bounty. And also I did a bit of a test run in the simulacrum. I was able to I spawned a well, I guess you'll see. Basically, you'll see. So yeah, it's not too long before the bounty is over. I'll leave the bounty run, and after that I'll start talking about her build up, or her loadout, and how to build her the way she is now. So yeah, I'll just let the bounty roll, and I'll see you later in the video.
as you can. I've located another mass of enemies. Take the fight to them. Keep going. They won't be able to sustain these casualties for much longer. More Grenier amassing nearby. Get over there and take them out.
Almost feel sorry for him. Then I remember what's been done to us, and I'm at peace.
So let's talk loadouts. So in this loadout, as like I said previously, I'm using the Gladiator set, which gives more health and more armor. You can see my armor is at 2,100, which is awesome. Health is at 1,100. Shield is not really that big focus. All the mods that I have are focused on, well, they basically are focused on health and armor. While with a little bit of strength, which is power drift, you can change that to any drift that you see fit, and rage, of course, so that when I do get hurt, I get that energy so I can activate Hysteria as often as possible, with a little bit of duration for Warcry for that extra high-speed melee, as well as to increase Hysteria's duration to make it better. No efficiency, no range, just full armor and health. That's a tank for you. But anyways, for the finalization of the video, I will simulate being attacked by a level 100 Bombardo, and yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna let him attack me. I'm just gonna let him hit me, well at me. Now keep in mind that this is a level 100 Bombardo, so every time he hits me, he takes about 100 health. Very decent. Sentinel's already dead, of course, but hey, what else is new? And so basically he wails at me, taking a long time to kill me. Now if I were using my Hysteria build, I'd probably be dead already. But as you can see with my tank build, with this new tank build, it's actually very easy to take on the hits. And when you're really low on health, you have just enough armor to save you from a last shot while you activate your Hysteria, and then just go at it again, wreck his ass until you get full health, then let him just hit you again. So it's almost like he does nothing. While his health doesn't heal, mine does with Hysteria. So all I have to do is just wait until that moment where I am really low on health, and of course normally if I were fighting I would be killing all his allies and I would be taking tons of shots, but at the same time if I do reach that point where I need some health, all I gotta do is activate Hysteria. Rage always maxes out my energy, and I have just enough to deal the damage and, well, kill him and gain all the health back. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful. I hope you like my new build, and stay cool, and I'll see you later. Bye!